With the announcement of Daredevil, Born Again on the horizon, it's the perfect time to take a trip down memory lane and revisit some of the best episodes from Netflix's Daredevil series. Premiering in 2015, the show forever changed the landscape of superhero adaptations, bringing Matt Murdock and Hell's Kitchen into the spotlight. Even though the series was canceled after 3 seasons, it left behind a legacy of incredible moments, outstanding performances, and some of the best fight scenes ever put to screen. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. As we gear up for Born Again, let's look back at 10 of the best episodes from Daredevil and what made them stand out.
Only Matt Murdock is fit for the real action just because I'm not.
Blindsided, Season 3, Episode 4. Let's kick things off with one of the most intense and visually spectacular episodes of the entire series, Blindsided. The 3rd season of Daredevil took Matt Murdock to darker places following the events of The Defenders. But it's in this episode, during a prison riot, that we get one of the best moments in the series. An 11-minute one-shot that sees Matt trying to escape a chaotic riot. As the cameras follow him through a brutal fight with inmates, it's clear that Daredevil was operating on another level. The skill and dedication behind this scene are evident, and it's a perfect example of the show's commitment to jaw-dropping action. The entire episode is a roller coaster of tension and action, with Matt desperately trying to survive. And the cliffhanger, with Matt being driven off a dock by a mysterious figure, adds just the right amount of suspense. Blindsided remains a standout episode not only for its technical achievements, but also for the sheer stakes it raises for Matt.
Real heroes are ridiculed and dismissed.
The Devil You Know, Season 3, Episode 6. Next up is The Devil You Know, which features one of the most heart-pounding confrontations of the series, the first battle between Matt and Bullseye. Throughout Season 3, we see the growing influence of Wilson Fisk as he manipulates Agent Dex into becoming his personal weapon, dressing him in a red Daredevil costume to tarnish Matt's name. This episode highlights Dex's transformation into Bullseye and sets the stage for a battle that blends stunning choreography with emotional stakes. The fight between Matt and Dex is one of the best in the series. The choreography is top-notch, and the way the episode uses the environment, letting Dex's pinpoint accuracy take center stage, makes it feel as though you're right there with them. The Devil You Know brings the intensity, but it also advances the plot, setting up key moments for the remainder of the season.
Who are you? I'm Daredevil.
A New Napkin, Mi Churhanner, Mi Dabayin Pedit, Season 3, Episode 13. The series finale, A New Napkin, is a fitting conclusion to the story arc that had been building up over 3 seasons. With Fisk's empire crumbling, the final battle between Daredevil, Bullseye, and Kingpin is explosive. The tension throughout this episode is palpable, as Matt fights not only to stop Fisk's rise to power, but also to seek some form of justice for the pain that he and his friends have endured. One of the most emotional moments of the series comes in this episode when Matt faces off with Fisk for what could be the last time. The episode wraps up many of the show's long-running threads, providing a satisfying conclusion to a story that had kept viewers on the edge of their seats. And the final image of Bullseye's eye, flashing the iconic logo, left fans longing for more. While it's technically the end, it left open the possibility for future stories that fans were eager to see. New York's Finest, Season 2, Episode 3. When Daredevil Season 2 introduced Frank Castle, aka The Punisher, we knew it was going to be an explosive pairing. In New York's Finest, we see Frank and Matt clash for the first time, and it's a confrontation full of moral dilemmas. Matt believes in the law, while Frank has no patience for it. This episode explores their differing philosophies in a way that feels authentic to their characters. The episode is also notable for its action. It starts with an incredible rooftop scene where Daredevil is chained up and forced to face Frank, who is as relentless as ever. Their back and forth fight is one of the highlights of Season 2, but what makes New York's Finest truly remarkable is the way it delves into both men's motivations. By the end, it's clear that this is just the beginning of a much bigger conflict.
You will go back to prison, and you will live the rest of your miserable life
Penny and Dime, Bulpovice Nominit, Season 2, Episode 4. Penny and Dime takes things to a more emotional level. In this episode, we dive deep into Frank Castle's backstory, and it's here that viewers begin to understand why he became the Punisher. Through flashbacks and a gripping monologue, Frank opens up about his tragic past, particularly the loss of his family. This vulnerability makes him a more complex character than just a violent vigilante. The episode also features a standout moment, the Central Park shootout at the Carousel. It's a key event that would be referenced in the Punisher spin-off series, and it serves as a reminder of how brutal Frank can be. But the real power of Penny and Dime comes from its quieter moments, where Frank lays bare his soul to Matt. It's a powerful exploration of grief, vengeance, and morality, and it's one of the standout episodes of Season 2.
Around this was a shit show. He could have died.
Let's be real honest here. No bullshit. Your firm is small.
7 Minutes in Heaven, Season 2, Episode 9. When Frank Castle is thrown into Rikers Island, he's not alone. 7 Minutes in Heaven sees Frank facing off against a cell block full of hostile prisoners, and the result is one of the most brutal, blood-soaked sequences in Daredevil history. The fight is relentless, with Frank doing everything he can to survive the onslaught. The episode is a testament to the show's ability to choreograph and execute violence in a way that's both thrilling and visceral. But it's not just the action that makes this episode special. It's also about the looming threat of the Hand, which has been building throughout the season. The Hand's shadow looms large over this episode, and it sets the stage for the explosive events that will follow in the rest of the season. Daredevil, Season 1, Episode 13. The first season of Daredevil ended with a bang in the appropriately titled episode Daredevil. After a season of build-up, it's finally time for Matt to face off with Wilson Fisk, and the episode delivers a climactic battle that fans had been waiting for. This was the first time we saw Daredevil in his iconic red suit, and it was a moment that gave fans a sense of fulfillment. The first time Matt truly embraced his vigilante persona. The fight between Fisk and Matt is an intense one, filled with raw emotion and high stakes. But it's not just the physical battle that makes this episode so memorable. It's also the emotional resolution of the season's arcs, particularly for Matt and Fisk. The episode brings together all of the threads that had been woven throughout the season and delivers a satisfying conclusion, marking the beginning of something bigger for Matt's journey.
Because plans change. Because if you want to survive, you adapt. Yes!
One Last Shot, Season 3, Episode 12. The penultimate episode of Season 3, One Last Shot, is a game changer for both Matt and his allies. The tension between Matt, Foggy, and Karen is palpable as they work together to bring down Fisk once and for all. The return of the Foggy-Matt partnership after a season of separation is one of the most emotional parts of the episode. The stakes have never been higher, as they realize how deeply Fisk has manipulated everyone around them. But the true heartbreak of the episode comes from the tragic events that unfold, particularly for FBI agent Nadeem, whose fate takes a dark turn as Fisk's power continues to grow. The tension throughout One Last Shot is suffocating, and it leaves viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the final showdown.
I don't know who you assholes think you are, but if you don't back away, I swear to God, I'll put a bullet in the...
Speak of the Devil, Season 1, Episode 9. Speak of the Devil marks a pivotal moment in the show's first season, as it features Matt's first confrontation with the Hand's leader, Nobu. But what really sets this episode apart is the huge reveal. Matt's best friend, Foggy, discovers his secret identity as Daredevil. This moment of betrayal shakes their friendship to its core, and it sets the stage for the complicated relationship they'll share throughout the series. The fight between Matt and Nobu is another standout, showcasing how far Matt has come as a fighter. It's gritty, bloody, and emotional. Everything Daredevil does best. But what makes this episode unforgettable is how it balances the physical action with the emotional weight of the characters' personal lives. A Cold Day in Hell's Kitchen, Season 2, Episode 13. At the top of the list is A Cold Day in Hell's Kitchen, the Season 2 finale that sets the stage for everything that follows. In this episode, we see Daredevil, Stick, Frank Castle, and Elektra face off against the Hand in a final, high-stakes battle. The rooftop confrontation is one of the most intense moments of the entire series, and the stakes are higher than ever. The death of Elektra, while tragic, pays homage to her comic book counterpart and leaves a lasting impact on the story. This episode represents the culmination of Matt's journey, the end of his alliance with Elektra, and the start of something darker. It's a perfect season finale that leaves us craving more.
I'm Daredevil.
Our Nerdy Thoughts Daredevil is filled with incredible episodes, but these 10 stand out as some of the best moments from the entire series. Whether it's through breathtaking fight choreography, emotional character arcs, or the way the show explores complex themes of justice and morality, each episode has something unique to offer. With Daredevil, Born Again, on the horizon, it's clear that Matt Murdock's journey is far from over, and it's a great time to revisit these legendary episodes. What's your favorite moment from Daredevil? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Marvel content. Until next time, keep fighting the good fight.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.